Okay, Brent from TradeGuild.blogspot.com, the 3rd of January 2007. This is part 3. We just looked at ININ, and we're going to take a look at CFW. This is one that I've been in for a little while. I mentioned this the other day. Actually, I mentioned it, I think, on this day. It pulled back with a nice hammer over here and made a pretty good buy. I got in on this stock. This is oil and gas drilling and exploration. We know what happened to oil today, got hit pretty hard. But look how this held up pretty well. Nice hammer there. Closed up towards its highs of the day. So CFW, I still like this. So like I said, there are some stocks in gold and in oil that still look pretty good. And I think, on weakness, if you're interested in buying, or if you feel like maybe that market's a little oversold, that's a pretty good play right there. Here's CWST. This is up about 10% since I mentioned it on the 18th. Um, it is breaking out really above this little neckline that we're seeing here. What looks to be almost like a little inverse head and shoulders. There's going to be pretty good resistance up here. And I'm thinking, the volume today wasn't too spectacular. I'd be considering taking some profits off the table at this point. Here's my indicator, though. It's looking very strong in this respect. But I think on a hourly basis, you can see it's not looking all that hot. So I would consider maybe, trying to get in on this on a pullback and see where it goes from there. So let's see what else we have here. IFNY. Again, here's oil and gas, and this one looks like a decent long to me in this market weakness. It's pulling back. Here's that rising level of support, and you can see BOP and Money Stream look pretty good. TSV recently has crossed down a little bit on the shorter term. If we look at my indicator, I'm going to keep saying that until we name it. Big positive divergence there in IFNY. So I've been looking at this one for a while. I like it. And here's AMCS. This I considered to be a short. Had a pretty nice move today, which offered a really nice entry. Look at the volume over here on this rally. It's just really weak. So today was a pretty good day, I think, to jump in on this one on the short side. I think maybe I made a note of this last night. I'm not sure, or today on the tag board. But my indicator. Okay, so you can see this is still in gear with the trend, more or less. It's up a little bit high right now, but it's still in gear with the trend. Taking a look at the hourly. I think everything looks like it's pretty much in gear here. If we take a look over here, though, what we're seeing, everything was working out pretty well over here. It pulls back now in this big move up. No participation here on the intraday time frame of that indicator. So AMCS, to me, I think it's a short here. Of course, I wouldn't hold it above this level over here, whatever that might be. I think that's probably around 315 or so. I wouldn't hold it above that. Okay, so here's SVN and SVN. Let's see, this is one also that I bought a little bit of for that portfolio on Zacks. And I know what you're probably thinking. It doesn't look like anything special here. There's a nice little MACD divergence there that's been brewing. It's crossed over down here. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, there's my indicator. Okay. And let's see what that looks like on an hourly basis. Yeah, that's where it really is looking interesting. It's really shaping up on an hourly basis as it's been making new lows over here. This indicator's been moving up, positively divergent, and it's actually just about breaking out of this trading range over here, even though it's still a little bit below that. So SVN, I think for the risk, I think it's a pretty interesting position. I don't think the risk is too bad here, maybe under that hammer. And it looks like it's starting to shape up, so this screen I like to use. Some of you know this screen, the crossover here, and RSI positive. So we have pretty much all those things have lined up. So that's pretty cool too. And look at the Bollinger Bands just pinched down right there. So it looks like something's getting ready to happen. All in all, it's had a pretty rough run of it, but I think it's worth a shot at this level. Matter of fact, if I had some dry powder, I'd be considering this. Here's RBY. If you were in on RBY back when we called this one, made a lot of money on this one. I'm not sure what it was, but I'm guessing 60-70%, something like that. Anyway, it broke down big. We'll talk about how to deal with these later. I never like seeing these things happen over here. I think it ruins a good trend. But again, with that indicator that I'm using, look at the positive divergence here as this thing is making new lows um, for the year or for a 52-week period. If we look at that same indicator on an hourly basis, it is a relative positive divergence. It is making lower lows here than it is over there, but this indicator is still holding up. So RBY is a very speculative play, but it might be worth a shot in around these levels. Here's CLWT. This one is actually a possible short. I think we're not going to deal with this one right now. I don't think it's quite ready. Here's SUAI, and again, you're probably familiar with this screen. So let's take a look at this on an hourly chart, and look what's happened here. As price is making lows over here, it is bottomed out back here and is headed up high, and it's almost making highs for the whole month of December, back when price was 20% or so higher. So SUAI and some of the insurance companies are not looking bad at all. Here's the group. You can see it's got a little pullback here, but compared to this particular stock, it looks very good. So SUAI, very speculative. Again, it's still in a downtrend, but it is worth a look, I think, at these levels. And you're going to notice some of these picks are starting to look a little bit different because I'm basing them on some different criteria. One being that quote-unquote indicator, and the other being my the pool of stocks I'm grabbing from right now that I mentioned earlier. Here's a WRES, and this is energy. And again, this is one that's broken down here. It's had a really steep sell-off, very oversold, and it's getting ready to test support. So we can see the support over here in this area. So this makes for, I think, a reasonable entry because your risk isn't too far away. And if we look at what's going on here, again, a very positive divergence has been in the making here. So it may be worth a shot. Energy may bounce here. AATI, this is another one I bought for that portfolio, and this kind of looks like it's in a little downward wedge, which would actually be a bullish wedge. And you can see the very positive leading divergence that's been brewing here. It's comparable to price levels back here around 10, and it's down here at 545. So I think this makes for a very interesting play. So that's going to be it for the longs. I'm going to squeeze a couple shorts here in on this video. Let's see if I can find them. Well, hold on just a second. Okay, and here they are, the shorts. So we're going to take a look at some of these real quick. Here is IONA, Iona Technologies. This kind of looks like a little bit of a head and shoulders top here. As you can see, there's shoulder, head, shoulder. It's holding support right now at this gap. Should it break that, it's going to be in big trouble. You can see what's going on here with this indicator. It's at a very negative relative divergence. So IONA, possible short. I'll be back with another video.